Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, finally.
Okay.
Tell
So
me, man.
it is. I
This
don't
is
even.
kind of this is kind of complicated. I know.
Yeah, it's very complicated. It's very complicated because how did you even find out about any of this?
It's funny. Last night I had a dream about Sarah.
Uh
We broke up like a 1 year ago. Maybe I was checking her Instagram like after the breakup, 1 or 2 months.
uh
But that was the first time after maybe 6 or 7 months because of the dream. I had to check what's going on with her life, something like that. Then
wait,
I see the
wait, y'all broke up a year ago?
yeah,
uh
and that's why I don't know every like the true story, like what was going on in her life after we break up or before we break up, because she wasn't telling me too much things about her life, like especially because of the time difference. When it was a night over there, it was a day here.
mhm.
I was sleeping in here, so I wasn't checking too much her what she's doing in night times or something like that. So it was kind of easy to her. My English is not so good, so I hope you understand me.
No, no, no. I understand. I understand. So okay, because I'm getting information, right?
Mhm.
So so
So we met in 2022.
so here's the thing. So I did not know anything about Sarah. I don't know her. I have no clue who the hell she is. Um, I just happened somebody sent me a video of her saying, "Oh, my boyfriend, he's crazy. He abused me." Da da da. Da. So I happened to find. I was like, okay. And then some mutual friends of mine knew him or know him, and so they was like, "Oh, that's da 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 da." And I was like, "Really?" And so I did a video talking about the situation, and then I reached out. Matter of fact, before I did it, I reached out to Sarah and I reached out to the other girl, right? And
Other
then
girl, who is the other girl, by the way? I don't know that.
her name is Christina.
So what's the role of her?
Well, they don't know. Well, I don't believe that they know each other. I don't believe so.
Okay, but
So
who's
Christina
she?
is a flight attendant,
Okay,
and so they're two separate situations.
all right.
So, okay, where am I at? Where am I at? So I did a story about it. Then I reached out to them. I was like, hey, I would love to talk to you to hear your side of the story. No one said anything. Christina didn't say nothing. Sarah didn't say anything. Now, here's the thing that is funny because she has the same tattoo. Um, you gotta hold your arm down like this.
Yeah.
So after I did after I reached out to them and I did my video, the other guy, Sherrod, inboxed me on Instagram. Now, mind you, I know him via my cousin and my brother.
All right.
Um, they've done plays together and everything like that. I've actually went, like to a few parties with Sherrod and my cousin, and that was like many years ago. But he reached out to me. We began to talk, and so I said, okay. I said, listen, I'm willing to talk to you, but you got to be honest with me. Like, I don't care if it hurt. You got to be damn honest with me. Like, she's out here saying some crazy shit about you, and I need to know what the fuck is going on, some facts, some proof, all of this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked. I ended up going to his house, setting up an interview. Just not us talking on the phone first. No, I'm coming to your house. I know of you already, so there's a little bit of comfortability. So
That's the guy. That's the guy, right?
yeah,
The
that's the
42
guy.
years old something. I
Yeah,
watched the interview a little bit, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. but it's hard to me understand because you guys are speaking too fast, first of all, but also I don't know the topic. I can only understand like she was having a relationship with him while she has a relationship with me, and my relationship started before she published the divorce on public. They already divorced, like they didn't go to paper, but they were already living in separate houses like 2 years. And before we started a relationship with Sarah, I talked to Aman on phone
Okay.
to make sure is he okay with the situation I'm being in a relationship with Sarah. So because I was kind of sensitive about not destroying any marriage,
Yeah.
something like that, you know. And she agreed. That's how we started actually in 2022.
Okay.
Then I had suspicions about like she might see someone's because her life was kind of going crazy. There's some milestones in her life, and after we break up, like I just realized how much effect that I do to her life and how much effect she did to my life. Like she
What do you
changed me a lot. I changed her a lot.
What do you mean?
It's like I forced her to go public about the divorce with the Aman
Okay.
because she was always caring about uh, losing followers because based her followers based on this relationship. Like the people know her and Aman, couple videos, something like that. That's how she shined, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh, they were already separate like 2 years. They were fighting every fucking week, every fucking day.
Fighting like what?
Like I'm listening to stories about abuse. That's not abuse because I know how Sarah was abusing Aman. Also, I know how Sarah was abusing me. Not just like conversation, like physically. You know,
This
I'm
you
I'm
guys
not
got an
saying she was
altercation?
beating. I'm not saying she was beating me, but I'm saying if I fight back to her, 100% we will gonna beat each other. And I know how many times Sarah scratched Aman, how many times she had a painting, like spray painting, you know.
Uh-huh.
She washed all the Aman's car with the like stupid signs, like "you're a hole, you're stupid," something like that. Like, if that's not abuse, I don't know what it is, you know, because she got mad like something about. Uh, this is too big conversation. I have to start it all over again. It might be a too long, but to understand the situation,
I'm
it's
here listening. You're good. I'm here listening. But so she's claiming that this guy did some type of abuse to her. Now she never said until now. She's trying to say because before they went to court, all she would say is, "Oh, he abused me. He abused me," and I kept asking, "What did he do?" Like, I mean, it's a valid question. What did the man do about what?
and the evidence.
Right. What did he do? Like, what was the evidence? Like, what did he do? Just tell me, did he slap the shit out you? Did he pop you, punch you, whatever? Did he spit on you, whatever? She's just, oh no, he abused me. He abused me. Oh, how can you like be so mean to me? Be so mean to me. And I'm like, what you're saying does not sound like abuse. Maybe he just left you alone and all this. And then she started making these little weird videos. Oh, tell that meanie guy. And I was like, oh, you sound like a little girl.
She did the
So
exact same to Aman,
she
like
did. She
back
did.
in time.
She
She
did the
did the
same thing
same
to
thing to
Ahmad.
Aman. Aman was so cool about her publishing about the divorce. Aman was okay with it because he also couldn't resist to the pressure from the Sarah. The basically they divorced because Sarah was claiming he is always in the job. He was not taking care of me, something like that, you know. Then they divorce. I mean, not on paper, but like separated. They break up. Uh, when they go when she go online, even I told her like, your fan base is mostly like women's, so
Mhm.
women supports women's, you know. So if you go tell the Amman was beating me up, stuff like that, they will support you,
They're
whatever it
gonna
takes.
believe you.
Like,
They're gonna believe you.
and first of all, I wasn't know Aman very well, like the first 6 7 months. But after some reactions from Aman, because she was, we were talking in FaceTime like 2 or 3 hours every day. Like this was not just a random guy from Turkey. You know, we have same tattoo. She was visiting here maybe 6 7 times. It was like 2 weeks long, 3 weeks. I quit 2 jobs because they're not living me giving me my legal off days, like 14 days in Turkey. You're legally in 1 year you can take 14 days off, and I quit the job because they're not giving me this 14 days to for Sarah. You know, like that was a stupid times for me, and she destroyed me in many ways. When this is over, like psychologically and financially also. But I never asked him money from her or something like that, because I only see a money thing in this topic too. She also claimed to me like, you all want my money, something like that.
Yeah, she says that.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you publish this, I know what she's gonna bring the topics. Like we had a Airbnb together.
Hmm.
Maybe it's still on her Instagram page. There's like a link tree section in her profile, like the big collaboration stuff like that. In the bottom of this site, you can still see my Airbnb address, like hosted by Attila, my name. Maybe it's still in there. I don't know. When we first met, it was like a one night, but we never had anything. We just friends. I just give her a quick tour, like about Istanbul. It was like a 5 6 hours date. She was staying at my hotel, and I was working on that hotel back in then. Then a couple days later, we started to talk, but I didn't know she was famous or something. Like I just know the girl from America. That's it. Like I didn't know she's famous. I didn't know she has a TikTok, Instagram, and that's why she loves me, I guess, at the first beginning, because she was saying all of my friends, all of my people around me trying to be cool with me because I'm famous, something like that, you know? Just because I didn't know she was famous and I truly go to her with my own feelings,
Hmm.
that's why she likes me in the first place.
So, how did y'all get into this whole Airbnb situation?
Back in then, I was living in couple days in hotel, couple days in France. I was trying to save up. Don't get me wrong. I had a good job. I had a good money. I was doing really good back in then. Like I wasn't rich, but I wasn't broke too. Like in Turkey's situation.
Hmm.
Then she came here for 14 days in the first month. Like she came to Istanbul to make her teeth. It was a collaboration with one clinic. That's why she came to Istanbul. And the
Is it a
first
lady
lady,
that
the
did her
clinic,
teeth?
what?
Is it a lady that did her teeth?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
the Atlantic Clinic or something.
Okay.
So we met on her last day of the trip. She made her teeth. Then she'd go back to America. And a couple of days later, she texted me like, "I can come back to Istanbul." I said, "Why?" She said like, "I need a. They need to check my teeth, but I can also do it in here." She said, "I can also do it in here, but I want to meet with you again. Like, I want to spend time with you again." I said, "All right," but then I realized there's a guy in the photos, like after I took her Instagram or something. There was a guy with kissing her, something. I asked her, like, she told me it's my ex-husband. We are divorced, but my fans doesn't know about it, so that's why we have to meet up and make some videos, maybe once a month. But it's not serious. You can talk to him if you want it. I said, if it is like that, I can take it, no problem. But I want to talk to him too when you come. And she agreed. Then she came. We hold the Airbnb together when she called first time came here, and we were talking about like how much you spend. Like it was like a chit chat, how much you spend on Airbnb, how much the rent is, how much the profit is. Then she offered me. She always says that like you offered me to take an Airbnb. Yeah, she's claiming I offered her to let's take an Airbnb together. But she offered me first, like you should take Airbnb because you're in the hotel business anyway. You know all the drill, you know all the situations, you can manage it. Plus, I wanna go serious with you. When I come here, I don't want to spend like times in hotel. We both agreed on this. So we will had a house together. When she came, we will live in the same house. When she's not here, I was going to rent the house, and we were gonna split the profit or something. I'm not gonna lie. She sent $4,000 to rent the house because the in that area people wants like 6 months rent upfront.
Mm-hmm.
The house was like $800. Uh, we paid 6 months plus extras, and I put $2,000. Like she put $4,000, I put 2,000. But she know like that's my budget. Like that's my max to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So back in then, it was nothing serious. The $4,000 was nothing for her too. Then I renovated the house. Like I made decorations, everything. Then we started the Airbnb. The first couple months was okay. It was good. We were making money, but for 3 4 months we didn't had any customer because I was renovating the house. Because this is how it is. Like how you started,
Mm-hmm.
you get 5-star review, you will get 5-star reviews next. If you start with 1-star review, you cannot fix it. Like so we want to be sure like the house is good enough to get a 5-star. Then we started. For that 3 months, maybe she sent like $200, $300 to because I cannot afford another couch. I bought already this one, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because my salary was like 1,200 I don't know, is it correct? 1200,
I get what you're saying.
which is the minimum wage was in Turkey like $400. So it wasn't too good when you think about the US, but for Turkey it was good enough
Mm-hmm.
because people working for $400 a month in a month. So I was thinking like 12.
Yeah, because
But
the things that you pay for here is a lot less over there, like especially in like Thailand and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly.
because you could pay up like a whole year's worth of rent, and you can do that.
800 dollars in rent. It was too small amount for her. She was like saying this is for this location because it was heart of Istanbul, something like that. 800 is nothing. She was like saying if you have the same locations in my country, it was gonna be like $2,000, something like that. But 800 in my budget, it is huge. Like I'm already making 1,200. So if I go 800 to just for the rent, what am I gonna live? Like what am I gonna eat? What am I gonna? So it was still I was over budgeting myself, but it was okay. Like I still today, it's been like almost 3 4 years. I have no regrets about what I spent between me and Sarah. Like I overspent too much. That's why I get broke after we break up. But it's okay. Like I have no regrets. But back in then, we started the Airbnb. It was good. She was coming in every 2 or 3 months. when she had a fight with Amon, she was crying on a FaceTime like, "I want to come home." Next day, she was jumping on the plane and coming. And I was stupid enough to ignore everything, like the job, the friends, everything. Next day, she's coming. I'm just taking off from my work. I'm not getting paid because of that. I was getting in trouble with my friends, family, because they were asking like, why are you doing this such a things for the girl, especially not from our culture, like it's not being racist, but it's a culture thing.
Mhm.
So it started like that. It was the first year was so good. Like I never felt any woman to what I felt to Sarah,
Mhm.
to be honest. It was so good. We went vacations, we went really cool places, we had really good memories, we had a tattoo, stuff like that. Then I first started to publish. I was okay with the Aman situation too because I didn't want to make a control on her career just because of he was being a girlfriend boyfriend thing with me. If she feeling to say to fans and followers with the situation with the Aman, I was okay, but I was saying this is drama. Even in Turkey, like we have our own influencers too. Like drama is always taking attention.
Mhm.
If you go live and say like we break up with the Aman stuff like that, you will get like at least 500,000 viewers or followers in a week. That's it. No one cares what happened if you're right.
Mhm.
So you should be able to look like a right. So you cannot find anything about back in day Aman saying things about Sarah because she shot him down. She shot him down back in then. Like she was making a whole video about crying, how she beat me, how she was how he was threatening me, how he was abusing me, stuff like that. But there was no response from the Aman back in then. There
Mhm.
was nothing, and it happened to same to me. This is like a fate, like this is karma. I
So
I
she said her
posted.
mom was beating her too.
I'm not sure about that, but I'm not sure about the she mentioned it in the video, but she was telling me too. Aman is beating me, but I'm not sure about it. Did she go live or did she
Okay.
mention the video? Because she
She was
doesn't want
telling
me to
that to you.
follow. Yeah, yeah, she was talking to me like Aman beat me, then I beat him up, like I scratched everything, stuff like that. So, but it was not a big deal for me because I didn't know the whole story. I need to also talk to mom to the true story. Even I was telling her and she was getting frustrated. I'm saying I'm not taking a part of Sarah
Okay.
because I was saying like I need to listen to both parts to understand who's right
Mhm.
back in then too. And Sarah was getting upset about this one too because I was saying that. I'm not sure. Am I taking too long? If you have a questions, you can ask.
No,
But
no, I'm allowing you to talk because I want to understand this. So apparently, she had already said this in some of her previous videos, and she told you this. So now she goes to Turkey because she's going to go get her teeth done by this Turkish lady that's over there, and apparently they just put a shop in Atlanta. So, because she made a video about that, she made a video about that too. Um, I didn't know anything about none of this until all of this particular situation. She got online saying all this stuff, and I reached out to her. The only reason why she is mad, especially right now, is because I did an interview with the young man, Sharad. She's mad because he told his side. And see, um, she's mad that he said something. And
okay,
everything,
but what happened to Amon's part? back in then.
Uh-huh.
Nobody listened.
Yeah, nobody heard Ahmad.
Yeah.
Nobody, like
Do you
Ahmad has never
did
said
you
anything.
ever seen a mom taking a video about Sarah? Did you ever seen something like that in
No,
online?
no.
So it's the same situation. You can. It is okay to be if people doing the same thing to you, but it is not okay when you're doing it. She also we didn't heard anything about Amon too,
Because I'm,
but
I'm I'm sitting here like you're talking about this man, and he's never made videos. Does Ahmad have an Instagram? Does Ahmad have a? Oh, he
yeah,
does.
he does. But it's like hidden profile,
Gotcha.
like small, just like my account, like 400, 500 followers, just family and friends, something like that. It's not
Yeah, you all
Amon.
you're not public all day. You're not. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, same thing for me too. Like I was never tried to like keep it up. Same with Amon. Amon wasn't like trying to shine out with Sarah. Never.
Right.
Also, I never had a story or like we were taking the same pictures in the same places, but I wasn't going to publish because it maybe some Turkish people will see it and
Yeah,
they will play with
your
it.
country over Middle Eastern men, women, their traditions are very different. Like
It is.
the only time you're doing anything like that is with somebody that you're interested in, you're involved in, you're going to be possibly getting married with. That's the culture there. I mean, now this is different, but that's what I've always thought.
Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you this: like Turkish people is not racist. We don't know racism. What racism is? We don't have colors. We don't have anything because all the Turkish people from the Ottomans, like it's all mixed up. It's all mixed up. So that's why Sarah was loving Turkey too. Nobody was racist to her. Me without me it doesn't matter. Like nobody wasn't racist to her. But the culture thing, the oldest people, like when I hold her hands in the streets, you can imagine how people looking at them. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's in America too, but in here it was really weird. But I wasn't care. I wasn't fell in love with her, so I don't care what people thinks. Even my friends was calling me stupid. Like you're not taking her money. You're not taking her visa. I never applied for a visa for 2 years. Can you believe it? Like for living in here, Turkey, and you have a chance to go to States. I know it's like sound ridiculous maybe, but it's not a dream for me. Like I can make my own life in here too, and I can be happy. But she was always inviting me to States. Like you should come. You don't need to work. Just come and sit in my house. That's it. Like every time she was mentioning, just go to take a visa. Try to take a visa. I was saying like it is hard to take it, and I don't want it. And we couldn't get it married. But she was saying like if I had a chance to marry, it should be you. Like it should be you. I heard this too much time. Like it wasn't just a boy from the Turkey like having affair, or it wasn't just like that because I'm also not stupid. Like I can understand if the woman loves me or not. Like I can tell that also. We were loving each other too much. Even it's been a year and I didn't talk about anything about this just because of even I'm destroyed. Like my mental was going down. I suicided like a year ago. She didn't care. Back in then, even I didn't go to publish any of this just because of the respect of like our memories. That's it. Like not just the respect of Sarah, the memories. Like we had good times. Let's make it a good times. That's it.
So
Stay as good.
wait. So does Ahmad have money?
It is kind of complicated because her uncle was the rich one
Her uncle or his
because
uncle?
Aman's uncle.
Okay.
Aman's uncle had a gas station. The gas station was Aman's uncle.
Okay.
So Aman was working in there. I'm not sure about like the normal. How much is he taking? I don't know, but she was always complaining about Aman. works too much, like 12 hours, 14 hours. That's why she's not coming home, stuff like that. She was always telling me, like, that's why we broke up. So basically, she's choosing the poor people by her willings. Because end of the day, when you compare Sarah and the others, they're all broke. And also, I also know two other boyfriends, not just me. That's why we break up, though. Like,
She had two other guys while she okay.
yeah, one of them was Turkish also. One of them was Turkish, and he was living in States. And she told me I only give him a chance because he was Turkish, and I know how Turkish men loves me, something like that. You know, like how Turkish men value their woman, something. That's why I give him a chance. Like after we break up, we talk this, and she told me this one too. So
So did the other guy? Did you see the other guy?
in Instagram, yeah. But he's living in the States. They're in the same Atlanta. Like there's he's just Turkish, and he has some like cigarette bar, something like that. I don't know what it is. He has some business,
Mhm.
but he's Turkish. And she said, like, I just give him a chance because I know, like, how Turkish people treat their woman just because of you.
Like,
And
do
that
you have
you,
a picture? I mean, like, what does he do? Does he own a club? What does he do?
it was like a cigar, like, meeting. There was like a cigar background. I don't know, like, it was like a club, but based on cigars, like, you know, the hookahs.
Uh-huh.
There's some cafes about the hookahs, you know. This cafe was about the cigars, something like that. Like that's the same concept.
Oh, it's a lounge? Okay.
Yeah, it was something like that. I know. I knew his name too, but I don't remember because it was like a year ago.
Do you have a picture of him?
What?
I said, do you have a picture of him?
I'm not sure. I had his Instagram like in my search bar. I checked a couple times
Okay.
back in then, but probably it's gone. Like
Okay.
because the other search.
Well, I mean, my thing is, with her, is just that, all of this that has started up, that has come out, she's mad at me and she's trying to spin a narrative about me because I gave this other guy space to talk. So her whole narrative online is, oh, he abused me, he abused me. And she never said one time what happened. And I'm like, what type of abuse did you experience? Because I'm like, if you go to court, they're going to ask you the same thing. So she never said. So she went to court and the judge, the lawyers asked her all the same thing. What happened? What was this? What was that? Do you make money from this? You're putting these stories out. Are you making money? Oh, I made $30,000 from this story. All right. So you're profiting from this, but what happened? She never said. Then in her affidavit, she said, "Oh, he went to jail. He was very, he was yelling at me and all this stuff like that." Get to court, she says that the man choked her. The lawyer said, "Well, your affidavit, you didn't say that." Now she gets online and says that he beat her. And I'm like, okay, so your story is inconsistent. So now you're telling me she would
Do
say,
you need the evidence for this in America?
do I need the evidence?
Like you just saying he chalked me, and the court just accepting this, or you need the evidence?
Yeah, you need evidence.
Because in Turkey, if you claim he chalked you, the government says you have to go to right to the hospital, and you need to report that there's a like you know
Yeah.
there's like a blush in here. So doctors have to be on the paper like yeah someone chalked her. Then she have to go to police in Turkey. Like in this
It's the
country, this is
same,
happening
it's
like
the same way here. If you're going to say somebody abused you, you got to like do something.
I get it.
So I mean, and then
Uh,
if you claim somebody abused you, you may can get the man locked up or whatever. but you still have to prove like he did XYZ, XYD. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah, you have to prove. Otherwise, you're just making a followers. You're just making a money. You're just making a drama. The drama benefits you.
Mm-hmm.
This happened with the Aman situation too. I never involved into this, even when I was bad with her, because when we break up, I wasn't hating her. We break up like two grown up people, you know. But that was my worst days, like about the job, about I was going to military, and she know that, and I had a like life danger in Turkey. There's a military actions is dangerous, and she knows that I was mentally like really down, and she left me in that place, like uh, with all the money that I spent from my credit card, because my mom was also sick back in then. I spent also to a lot of money to my mom, and she'll know all the stories like what did I spend, because we had a vacation together. I spent over like $5,000 in that vacation. I never mentioned about the money. I never mentioned about the money. Then she started to say like, if you spend that much, I spend that much. If you're still talking to me, you just asking him money from me. No, I wasn't asking him. I was just expecting a call. Even we break up, like, are you okay? Like, how's life? That's it. That was it. I only started to hate her just because of this behavior. Then there was a bad moments like a year ago when I was leaving my Airbnb. I was shutting down. I sold my car to uh, pay my debts, the credit cards and everything, the rent, 4 months rent, something like that. I was selling. So I was thinking like, I worked for 5 6 years, never breathe, never do anything. Like I own a car in Turkey. It's hard to get a car. It was too expensive. Like the taxes and stuff. It's not like easy like America. So it's like having a car in Turkey is like a success thing. Like having a home, if you buy a home, it's also another success check, you know? So I was going good. After she left me, I had to sell this. Like I was thinking like I worked for 5 6 years for this. Like I lost them all in 3 months,
Wow.
4 months, just because she never supports me, not just the money, like because we agreed that Airbnb was our 50-50 property. If I don't have money, you was telling me like you're gonna pay that month. If you don't have money, I was gonna say like I was saying I will pay that month. Like it depends on the how much we made in
Mhm.
that month. It was like that, and I suicide like a stupid ways. Like I'm not I'm not sure am I allowed to say that, but
So,
just letting you know.
question: when did y'all broke up? You broke up with her 2024, right?
24 January, February, something like that.
Okay.
But
So
she started a business. She
she
started a business.
you and her started an Airbnb business over there.
Yeah, I also forced her to make her hair company. That was that was for me too. I forced her like I forced her for a year. Like even today, she's not accepting this, but when I first, because she was has like she had like 2 million followers, and she was making videos for $1,000 for another like 10,000 followers companies. So you making $1,000 from 10,000 follower company, but imagine you have your own company and you're publishing to 2 million. I forced her literally in Turkey. We went like maybe 20 shops about wigs. Like I was trying to convince her, you know, like how much you can buy it from here, how much you can sell it in there, because Turkey is more cheaper than America, stuff like that. We made all the stuff together. Then she started a business. She told me like first 3 months she was making a 70K, 80K without tax. The first 3 months, if you're making 80K, Now she has to be make like 200K, like, because the first 3 months is the tough one. It's tough months. But even in this situation, she never called me. Like, I'm not just talking about money, like, because my life was going down, and we were not haters to each other. We didn't fight to each other. Even we break up. But she knows I was going so bad. I was going so bad. But maybe $5,000 was could save my life back in then, and she was making $80,000. But I never asked, like, can you send me like $100? I never asked this after we break up. But every time when we speak, she was telling me like, you're just looking for money. That's why I'm a hater today, because of this behavior. That's why I'm a hater today. I'll be okay next year. I'll be okay again. Like, I know myself. I know what I can, what can I do. Maybe I lost 1 year. That's okay. Like, that's life. You learn something from it. That's it. I'll
So
be
she
okay.
used you to get companies to get hair products.
Yeah, I literally forced her. Like, I was forcing her to come with me to shops. Like, you can make a idea like how much you can buy it from here in Turkey if you ship them to the States, how much it costs to the ships. We all researched this like many months. Then after a couple months, she convinced, because first time when she started this, like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. This way is okay for me. Like, I'm making enough money. She was okay with the money that she was taking from the other companies, and she was also like, I also know illegal parts of her story too, but I'm not sure. Is it like mentioned? Can I mention it? Because she's threatening me to go to embassy and to United States embassy and call me a terrorist just because I'm from Turkey.
She
She
was
threatened me.
threatening you.
Yeah, she threatened me like a couple times just because of I was. If you're saying that, like, she was claiming I'm looking for money, something like that, and I did all the things that I did it to myself. She was claiming all of this. Then I was saying like, do you want your fans hear about that? Because not nobody knows what happened between you and me in my life, and nobody knows in your life. It was just her and me and her sister. Her sister also knows about me too.
This is correct. Her sister.
Yeah, older sister.
Wow.
Because when she first time she came here in Istanbul, she came with her sister. That's why we met all each other. That's why she knows me. Uh,
Wow.
So I was telling her like, I can make you videos if you want, because you're saying you're right, I'm saying I'm right. Let's people decide. Even I was going to versus 2 million women.
Mhm.
Like, it was okay. It was okay back. I was gonna tell all the story. This is like 10% of the story. Like, this is like maybe 20% of the story. I know what she did illegally too, like some things, but I'm not sure about should I say it, because she's really serious about the trending about like I'll go to embassy and make a statement about you. I'm not scared about this, but
What is she? I mean,
if
like,
she,
this is a private conversation. I'm not live. Me and you are talking. You asked me if I was to publish this, I would let you know. We're just talking right now.
yeah, that's why I'm being open. If you go publish these things one day, you can decide what is okay to publish or not okay to publish. That's why I'm telling you all the details.
So what is she doing
So,
legally?
like, giveaways, the giveaways are not legal in her country too, in her state too. She made like maybe 100 giveaways, not thousand probably, because like basically she was taking wigs from the companies to publish the wigs, promote the wigs, right? It was a free wigs from the companies. She wasn't paying for it. She was taking wigs. Then she has like 200 wigs in all over the place, right? but she needs to get rid of all the wigs, but she cannot throw the trash. So she was doing a $5 giveaway. For this wig, you can PayPal me, or like the what was the Cash App? Cash App.
Uh-huh.
You can Cash App me $5 for this wig, so you can have this wig. So he was taking making giveaways, but I remember exactly there was a one girl or dude, I don't remember. She was telling the Sarah this is not legal. So she freaked out a little bit because she found out, yeah, it's not legal. And it's a serious, because even in here, if you want to go giveaway, you have to go to government first. You have to tell, I'm going to give away, I will give this away, and it will be this amount, that amount. Like you have to be on the paper. It's same in Atlanta too. She was doing a giveaways like 100 times maybe. The wigs didn't buy. Like she didn't buy that wigs. The companies was sending that wigs to her to promote, and the companies was paying her to promote that wig. And after some time, that wig was also selling on the Cash App for $5 over 1,000 people. So that's how she was making money, like a really long time.
Wow.
And when I told this, like, even I say this to your followers, or somebody will come after you, like some. Don't
I'm
make
not
me
I'm
get
not
mad.
I'm not worried about it because I mean she's been doing these videos. She posted 2 videos about me the other day. And honestly, I had to shut my comments off because, they sat here and they got mad at me because they got mad at me because I didn't believe, and I asked what. Not that I didn't believe,
Bro,
but I just asked for what happened in the evidence. They didn't want me to do
bro,
that.
you might be in States, I might be in Turkey, but we both know same thing. When the woman supports women, you cannot go against it. Like you cannot just. So it was same thing with the Aman. It will be same thing with me. It will same thing with the other guy. Maybe 5 years later, the woman's statement is always in the top. The woman say something, that's it, because it's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking about the equal, like the women's are equal to the men's. What about the equal things? Cheated, but he might also having the same feeling. You know, he might feel like he's cheated. He's talking about the videos that he took. He's talking about the conversations I saw in the video, the interview. If he has like 100 of them, I have 1,000 of them. Not it was just not just a fair tale from Turkey. The guy from Turkey. It wasn't like that, because who you we were speaking 3-4 hours every day, not just once a week, every day. And I know everything about her. She knows everything about me. Like even we are not speaking, it was just sitting in there. The phone was sitting in there. We were looking at each other. That's it.
Are you talking? You and Sarah were talking for 3 4 hours.
Every day. So it was that serious. It's not just the and I figured out there's some other guys too. Like, but whenever I came with this thing, she also had a like escape plan all the time. She was like yelling, and because of my English, I cannot resist. Like, if we go in Turkish, she cannot resist me because I'll go like machine gun, you know. But in English, she's saying like 10 things, and I can only understand like 2 or 3 things because she's going too fast. That's why she was believing she won the fucking conversation, you know. Even if you speak like too fast or too native, like a local, I couldn't understand. Like my English is not that bad, but when you speak in your locals, like your friends, and I can't understand that well.
Mm-hmm.
So because of this language barrier, whenever I brought this into like where were you last night, or I found out a couple things in his phone too, but it was almost the big ending of the relationship. Like we were not really good. So I didn't mention it, but when we break up, I mentioned it. I saw some
It, who
texts.
who is his phone? His phone or her phone?
Yeah, yeah. Even the other guy will accept. Probably she had no pin code in her phone. Like you can access.
Okay.
The last couple months she had it, but before that she had no lock pin or anything. Like you could just access it. And one time I was coming home from the work, she was sleeping. I saw one message from a dude like, "Can you come over to my place?" Something like that.
And while you were
So
in Turkey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even my cousin, my I have a girl cousin. In her last trip, she used my cousin to explain his new boyfriend, because I knew boyfriend was asking who took these pictures, because it's almost naked in the hotel room. Who's taking these pictures? The guy was asking, and she used my cousin, the girl cousin. It was her. No, it was me. The, all the photos, all the things. It was me, not my cousin. She used my cousin to excuse to other boyfriends in fucking Atlanta. So that's why I started to hate her. Like after some point, I realized she's just using me as like safe port. Whenever she has a bad feeling in Atlanta, when she feels so bad, she's calling me. I'm coming next day, and she was having a perfect two weeks, and she was always telling me like after some time, I just realized I'm that guy. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be 100% boyfriend to her.
Mhm.
Uh, but it took a really long time to me and realize that. That's it. Like, there's too much stories, but that's basically.
I believe and hear what you're saying. Like, I mean, I don't, when you contacted me, I was kind of like, is this for real? Is this something? Because when I tell you, people have been in my inbox cussing me out, mad at me, and I'm a social media personality. When I put stories out, I'm used to it. People get mad because they don't like you talk about their favorite person, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like with her, it's like, oh, you owe her an apology. You owe her an apology. I'm like, why do I owe her an apology? I don't owe her shit. Like, she can't produce any facts about what she's saying. And I'm asking legitimate questions. She's mad. She's online showing a iPad of me talking, and she's like, "Oh, I don't owe you shit. Who are you? Who are you?" And I did a video just the other day, and I said, any reputable news outlet is going to ask for the facts, the proof, and the receipts of what is going on. I don't care what country you're in. They want, if I go to Turkey and I do something bad there, they want to know what happened because they're going to lock you up and you got to prove your innocence.
But she was threatening me with the going to embassy. Even it's not true. Like I'm not a fucking terrorist or something. I know it's on the record, and I was thinking like if I leave the country like 5 years later, let's take a guess. I'm going to Europe, but the United States has a fucking letter in their hands about me as a terrorist. Like I just think about that. Like I stopped. Like, is it worth it to
So
destroy?
she threatened. She has been threatening you if you ever say anything about what she
Yeah, yeah.
got.
I have a text message. Like it's not just from the mouth. I have a text messages about the threats, and I have a text message about many things. Like how she responded when I tell her I suicided. She said next thing she said was about the money. Like she never asked, "Are you okay? Are you seriously suicidal or something?" No. She said like,
She wants to call you a terrorist. She wants to call this guy an abuser.
yeah.
Oh, good Lord. This girl is crazy.
Also, a mom was abuser back in then too. A mom
She
was
called him
physically
out.
abusing
Jesus.
from his view, from her view.
But these men have never said nothing until this particular man.
Yeah, Aman never said something because he wasn't cared. Even that day, he was going like, if you're gonna be okay with this, it's okay. I'll be okay with this. Like, she was taking care of Sarah even in the bad day. Like, I remember she sprayed down whole the car, like put stupid Aman, something like that, just because of she get mad. And she was scratching him, she was beating him. I don't know, is a mom was responding her just like she was responding, but I only know one thing. Aman had a visa issue, so I believe Aman would know
So
if
Ahmad is
you.
not originally from America.
No, she came to America.
He came to America. Okay.
He had a visa. He had a visa back in then when he was student. Then they get married at 17, and when they get married, she applied to be a citizen, but the citizenship is takes like a couple years, as I know. I'm not sure about that, but as I know, so that's why Aman wasn't doing anything back to her, like because he knows if he touch her, he will be get deported next day if you go to police,
Mhm.
something like because he was in
That's
Turkey.
why he never said anything. Okay.
Maybe I'm not sure about that,
No,
but that was the
I'm
fact.
telling you that that makes sense because she would beat on him, but he
Yeah.
never touched her because she would use that. I can get
Maybe he touched her too. I'm not sure about because she was telling he
maybe.
also try to punch me, stuff like that. She was saying that, but it was never on court. It was never on police attention, something like that. It was just between him and her. But I'm pretty sure if Aman was going to say, "No, Sarah, I'll speak my side of the story too," because you're talk shit about me all the time because we're divorcing and people going to hate me because of it, and I'm going to meet video about it. I'm pretty sure Sarah also said something about his visa, his citizenship. I'm pretty sure about that because even I'm not applying for anything, she's threatening me to the I'm going to the embassy and call you terrorist. That's why you never leave your country for fucking 40 years because all the governments will know you might be a terrorist. That was the threat. I didn't care actually, but it might be happening to so I didn't I was thinking like is it worth it to go publish because after all you might do it and she might do the threatening and go to a police officer and I might get no viewers too, and maybe
But
I
how
was
was she?
just.
Well, how was she threatened? I mean, how was she threatened to uh how was she threatened to call you a terrorist when it's just because you don't agree with her? So she's gonna call you a terrorist?
Yeah, that's it. She has no arguments, she has no anything. Like, do I look like a terrorist? Like, she just saying like it's a false, what was that called, false cues,
False
false
narrative, false accusations.
false accusations. Yeah, she was basically saying like I'm going to false accusations about me, but it's on the paper. So if you apply a visa for 5 years later, 10 years later, people will see that letter in your profile. Like
Mhm.
she 5 years ago that the guy mentioned about terrorists from United States citizen. So that was the thing. But that thing didn't stop me. Like I was going to publish. I
Well,
even started a
it's
video.
good. It's good that you are talking to me because now you have someone that can advocate for you. Because at this point, I know her to be a liar. I know her to be a
I
liar.
actually don't care. Whatever she can do to me is just that's it. Because she has nothing about me. Like she
Yeah, she
has
has
nothing
nothing.
to.
She can try to say those things, but if you
Yeah.
choose not to say nothing, then it'll just be her word against somebody who's not saying nothing. But you and I are talking, so it's somebody else that is, I'm here. But
Yeah.
she can't just keep coming back in and out of the country trying to use you and then turn around because you don't agree with something that she does. Now she wants to say, "Oh, I'll label you as a terrorist." That's wrong. In America, you can go to jail for
Yeah,
false
false accusations.
false
False
accusation.
accusations is illegal. Yeah, I know that. But she also knows, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna get a lawyer from America? She also knows that too.
I mean, either way
And
to go, it's still she still has to prove it.
I know.
So
All
did you and her
there's
have sex?
yeah.
Okay, so she came to Florida to have sex with this guy. She flew to Istanbul to have sex with you. So she's flying all over, which is nothing wrong with having sex, okay? Nothing wrong. But what is wrong is that when you don't get what you want from these guys, now you want to turn them into abusers, terrorists. They're mean guys. That's what you want to do. And then so for me, she wants to say that, oh, I'm giving an abuser a platform. I'm like, man, get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. All these men that you've dealt with, no. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I've heard about her. So, yeah.
I can tell she's not stupid. She's a really smart girl, is my opinion. Like, she's really smart, and she figured out how social media works. She
Uh-huh.
figured out that, like, she needs a drama once upon a time, like maybe in 3 4 months. She always in drama. Like, even she
Always.
doesn't believe it, she's always in drama. Like, even there was a companies, she was also threatening the companies that didn't pay her to make a
What?
video. To make a video, yeah. And it was right next to me. She was texting right next to me.
She was threatening
I was the perfect.
companies.
Yeah.
I'm so
Let's say there's a one company to work with her in the past. They paid her, and they used the same picture in their websites, but it's paid in the back in that, like, they also paid for this picture for Photoshop, right?
uh-huh.
To publish it on Instagram or something.
So
That
I'm gonna tell you this. So because of her lies that she's putting out here, I have women that are in my inbox on TikTok saying all the crazy things to me, all because like, oh, you're a messy punk, you wish to be a black woman, all type of foolishness. Like when I tell you women sit out here and scream bloody murder and scream like a barking dog, and they don't have to have no facts and proof. And then when people find out about it, no one says nothing because now we found out that you're lying. Now you want to go into hiding.
all right. There's a difference between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
because people might think you have a benefit from this too. You're also making a drama in your way, right? You're making the interview with the guy. You're messing up with the Sarah. So people might think about you have also getting a benefit. That's why they might thinking
Well, see,
you are.
no. Here's the thing. Let me pause. How do you
It does not have to be true. Like,
how do you
it's
say
just
your name?
their opinion.
How do you say your name?
Attila.
Atillia. Okay. So Atillia, I do interviews like this all the time. This is not about mess.
That's your job. That's your job.
Right. So if something is going on and it's newsworthy, I talk to the people, I reach out, whatever, whether it's considered messy or drama, whatever, it's news. Whether it's national news or whatever. So when this came out, I thought it was legit. I really did. I reached out to her. She didn't want to say nothing. The only reason why she said something back to me is when I did the interview with the guy here in Florida. Now she wants to spin a narrative. So this is how she works. So just like with you, I want you to hear me and understand this. She is a pathological liar. Okay. Just like with you, she wanted to say, if you say anything, I'm going to report you as a terrorist. Just like with this guy here, she's trying to spin a narrative with him saying that he's an abuser. No proof, no nothing.
Yeah.
Again, she came to Istanbul. She came to Istanbul and got you to get her into contact with all these companies. You did an Airbnb with her. And so now, if you say anything, I'm going to make you into a terrorist. Do you see how that works?
I exactly know how it works, but back then I was thinking, is it worth for
Right.
me to publish this? To Because she also might win, because I'm nothing. I'm nobody on social
No,
media.
don't say that you're nobody because you're a person with a voice.
No, I know myself, but in social media, especially from guy from Turkey versus 2 million American girls,
Mhm.
so they will probably take her words as like the true story, not my words.
Well, let me
But
explain this.
it's not okay.
So just like they're saying, oh, the guy here in Florida, oh, he was involved with his wife domestically. Well, here's the thing. Every woman that has tried to come out and say something, like it was basically their word against his. Like, oh, I knew something was wrong, but there was never no proof.
They also crashed that guy because he was married, right?
No, he wasn't. He was divorced.
But when I started a relationship with the Sarah, nobody was know she was divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they were separated, but nobody was know she was divorced because she was making money from it, because her fan base was depending on the couple videos,
Mm-hmm.
because she knows like the couple videos was watching like 500K, and the normal videos like collaboration like 50K, 100K max. So that's why she had to keep going on until it's end, like until how far it could be. So back in then, my friend was asking me like, "How you're okay with this? Like, how you're okay with a woman from 1,008 hours time zone difference, like another culture, and she's married. Even she's not in real life, but how am I wasn't able to show her pictures or Instagram to any of my fucking friends because they were gonna see with the photos with that months. Like, can you imagine my I I'm I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I really like her. I could have died for it. Like, I was really falling in love with her, but I couldn't even mention about any of my friends or family about her, like, because she was married in the social media.
Mm-hmm. You
So it
you
was.
sound like these other guys. The pretense of they really loved her, but it was a falsehood because she was out here. She was talking to you. She was talking to this other guy. She's on. So now because she has done some bullshit, now she wants to paint these guys into horrible people.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just two of us. Probably there was like 10, 15 guys, not just the one night stand, not just the one night stand.
Right. These
I'm
creative.
pretty sure there's like 10, 15 guys. Like, he was pretending to be their girlfriend, but after all, she shot them all, and she was picky about the men's, like, some other ways. Like, you have to be broke first, because the the broke people, they have much things to lose, in her opinion, I guess. Because back in then, I had too much things to lose in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that guy also has too much things to lose if he speaks, because he was married, stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she calculate all of this. Like, trust me, she's smart enough to calculate all of this. If he goes one man, if he trusts one man about having a sex, having a relationship, she calculates all. Even she calculated me. Like, she was watching my reactions about, like, she also told me, I was expecting you to be on my stories when we first meet. You know, like we go together somewhere, and she was waiting if I'm gonna ask her, can you put me on your story? So if I said that, she was gonna understand I'm also trying to be famous because of her. She was all calculating this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't. I'm not sure. Is it clear enough? Because I'm not
No, it's
in
clear.
my own language.
It's clear.
It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but she was smart. I can tell you that. But she was also abuser herself. Like not just the physically, the mentality. Like last 1 year, if you look at me right now, and if you look at my pictures that I showed you,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the difference in 1 year. What happened to me just because of psychologically.
Mm-hmm.
Like don't publish in this, even if we agreed on publish. But back in my hair is dropped like here. I'm not
You
sure
lost.
you can see it.
You lost hair.
There's a loss here, and my doctor said this is just about the psychology you're putting into like, and it's not going to fix it. I have to carry this all my life. It's not curable thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
my hair is gone, and it might be spread. I might be a bald guy maybe in 2 days. Nobody knows. So that's why I just feel this one is a relief to my soul. The reason that I said you might have benefit because people will think you might also have a benefit. That's why you're taking his part instead of supporting her. But these guys have to also think about me because I have zero benefit from this on. I have zero benefit, not mentally, not physically, not financially, anything. After this speech, I have nothing. Also, this is also will be a problem for me if Sarah started taking action.
Mm-hmm.
So I have nothing to benefit. I'm just saying whatever I'm saying right now, just because of relief in myself. Because I don't want to stress about Sarah. I don't because last 1 year was like hell a year.
I mean, you're on your third cigarette right now, so I get it.
Bro, probably I'll get cancer because last 1 year I'm smoking like 2, 3 packages a day, and I started coughing every day, like 30 minutes. But I'm in the mood, like I don't fucking care. What could be worse in this? It's just not just Sarah. There's other things like it happened at the same time. The Sarah was one part, but it was the most hurt part for me. Like it hurt the most.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care about the car. I didn't care about the debt, the money that I lose. I don't care. I can work it out. But this 1 year, I'm not sure about like, am I gonna trust another woman? Something like that. You know, I know it's kind of stupid,
No, it's not
but
stupid. It's not stupid at all.
you realizing you're getting being cheated on like 5 guys at the same time, and you also remember how much she was loving you, like how much she was loving you. She was showing me that love. Like if she can fake that, if she can do that, like I'm not sure how many girls could do that to me. Like if I cannot realize she's faking me and she's sleeping with another dudes or something, at some point I was giving her right. Like she might have one night stands. I was barely okay with it in my mind because we are too far away, and I couldn't go to her because of the states will give me a visa or something. But having a relationship is like really hurts. Not just that dude. Also, there's some cigar dude. There's some text messages I've seen. Even my girl cousin, when she also visited Turkey after we break up, and she told me, "I want you to be in my," because I wasn't in Istanbul, and she invited me to Istanbul. Like, I want to see you again after we break up. the photos that I sent you from the hotel room,
Mhm.
it was from that meeting, and it was 7 months ago, I guess, 7 or 6 months ago, something like that. And because of we're not together, she told me many things about her life, like the dudes, the new boyfriends. But we broke up like 2 3 months ago.
Mhm.
That couldn't be happen in that 2 3 months ago. Like I was asking, she said, "No, no, it's not none of your business. I'm just telling you, make me, uh, don't make me like feel bad because I'm telling you this part of my life, stuff like that." She was always saying that, so she was escaping. But even my girl cousin sees one message in her phone in the last trip. There was some Turkish guy was offering to meet up with her. Like, can we meet up? And I also knew he met a couple Turkish guys before she met me, and she was still following in their Instagram, and she was talking with them too. Maybe she cheated on me when she come to Istanbul, and she cheated on me in Istanbul too. I didn't know.
Weird person. Just weird.
Yeah, mental issues too. She's using medications like too much. But who doesn't, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I appreciate you talking to me. I'll keep you updated to what's going on if you want me to. I haven't said nothing else about her because it's really not worth it. I mean, at this point, this is just about this is a bunch of engagement. Just content that's just floating around. And on her part, it's really you're trying to destroy men's lives because you can't be looked at as the innocent little girl when you're not the innocent little girl. You're not the innocent person at all. You're a horrible person. Like you're going around trying to sleep with all these men, trying to get this, trying to do that, which what I'm saying, it's you do what you want to do, but again, you fucking these people, but don't try to make them into the bad person because you want to fly and fuck. That's stupid. But I'll keep you up to date, okay?
Yeah, and I want her to know like this is serious. You cannot just fuck people's life. You cannot just say whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
and get away with it because she see it at Amon. She destroys Amon, and she see it. She can get away with it. That's the same chain. Like this is the same chain. She thinks she can do same thing to every man he met. Because Aman kept quiet, Attila kept quiet, the other guy did kept quiet, so I can do it. So she has to know she cannot do it to any person he met. He cannot do it. That's my only willing. I
Because
don't expect any money because I don't expect any moral messages. I don't expect any haters or followers. I don't care about any of this. I just want to know she has to know she cannot do that to every person she met. She cannot do that. This is really fucked up behavior.
yeah, and the thing is that the same thing that she has done to you, she's done to Ahmad, she's done to this man here in Florida, and it's a repeated behavior, and it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like she's to me she's a trashy person, very trashy person. And it's like, you're doing this to people and you're going on and on and on. And it's dumb. It's dumb.
If I made a video about what she's doing, like all the tricks, what she's doing, that would be enough. Fuck, forget about me. Forget about what she did it to me. If I go publish about the giveaways, if I publish about how she was tracking companies, because I'm pretty sure one of the companies will step up and say like, yeah, she's trying us to make more money just because of we already paid her, but she also asked more money. If we don't do that, she's gonna make a video. about like how bad is this hair? Don't buy it. She has a couple videos on Instagram. You can check it. I'm pretty sure that companies probably didn't make payment for her. That's why she's making these videos, not just because of she didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, you can go check. She has a like traditional uh, bad companies of the year videos, something like that. You know, she's like making a list. This company is worse. This company is Bailey worse, and something like that. But I'm pretty sure that companies didn't pay well, or they didn't pay again and again,
Wow.
because you promote their stuff a couple months ago. You took their money. You said like the followers, this wig is perfect, this wig is so good, something like that. Then couple weeks later, a couple months later, you're saying this. Don't buy this company. Do not buy this company. It's a piece of shit. You know. So why did you promote them like a
Do
couple
you have
months?
contact with those companies?
Out the names. I guess it was. If I see his Instagram, if I check it out, I can see the names.
Because it's not right. It's not fair because if if she doesn't do if they don't do what she wants, then she'll discredit that company and she'll try to use her followers to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So she thinks the law is nothing. Like you can just 1 month ago you can say like this week is perfect. You can choose this company because just because of paid, and the same company using the that photo in their website, and she's going crazy. No, we agreed on Instagram. If you go to a website, you have to pay also 2,000 more $2,000 to put that in the website. Then next month she found another way to make another 2,000 grand. Uh, like she was always finding a way to threatening them,
Mm-hmm.
and the companies was going to okay with her because they also know that videos is like going really hard. If you see this videos, you can check it out. Even you don't, if you a wig buyer, you wouldn't buy it. You wouldn't buy it after seeing these videos.
Mm-hmm.
That was how she was going hard. But that company wasn't going to legal action probably because she was also was calculating the legal actions or something, because she was sending a letter from the lawyer like this is not legal to do it. You have to pay me another $2,000 to do it. It was like a letter of, it was professional from the lawyer, something like that. But
It
in
probably
basic,
somebody she was fucking to, probably. I don't know.
but at the end, this is not right thing to do. Like this is how you say like it's. I remember the thing, but
It's not okay.
blackmail. It's a
Yeah,
blackmail.
blackmail, yes.
So you're blackmailing them to not publish bad videos about them to pay another $2,000. By the way, she was also when she had out of stock, because she was telling me like all the buyers from the same company, like the company from China. There's one brand, there's another brand. They both buying the same thing from the same company in China. She was also buying the same company from the China. But when she out of stock, she was buying from that United States company to just because of she's not out of stock. She wasn't making a lot of money because the maybe she was losing money, but she had to send the cargoes to the buyers. That's why she was buying from that company instead of China, because China out of stock. But next month she was accusing that company, the same company she bought it, like you have to pay me another $2,000 or I'll make a video about it. So all situations fucked up. I have to think really wisely what I'm going to say because I don't want to lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's past like maybe 2 years, 3 years. I have to bring it all to make a clear statement. But she's not Angel. I can tell you that she's not Angel. She's not perfect person as you see in the online. Like
It's crazy. It is crazy.
It is. It is like you're seeing how much how much
Okay.
is awkward.
Yeah, my dog's fine.
You can see the power. How power can change people. Like I witnessed it. I witnessed it. 'Cause when we first met, she was not doing that much money. She was not that popular. She was not that strong and mentally.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some milestones, like I said, like online, going online to publish divorce mom. She get like 500,000 views, followers from that. I forced her. Then she started a company. I forced her also. She started and made at least 100K a month. But she never be like, thank you, Attila. That's it. Thank you, Attila. I never heard that. Like, not just that. Thank you, Attila, for the everything. I never heard that. That's why I'm so angry about it.
You know. Well, I mean, listen. Yeah. I mean, as long as you know
Yeah.
you're in a good place now. What I'll do is I'll reach back out to you again. I'm gonna go ahead and check on my dog, see what's going on. I got five of them, so.
You
Oh,
can also check it out. What I said. You can check like, am I saying the truth?
no, no, no.
What I think
It's
or
not that. It's not that. It's like I
I
said,
have
this
I have
girl.
many proofs. Like I have many proofs. Like the text messages, everything. And just like I said, you can text her my name. That's it, and you can understand how serious is this situation for her from his response. Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you.
I trust you on the public thing also
Trust me, if I'm gonna do anything,
because I watched your interviews and I just realized that yeah, you're a man of your word, something like that.
yeah. If I'm gonna do something, I'll let you know. I promise you on that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
All right,
sure.
Tila. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, by the way.
Likewise. All right.